I'm Sarah with the Clear to Close team at Loan Depot. Today we have Collie Foster of the Foster team at Revolved Realty. Collie, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Okay, well, Sarah, I am retired military, 20 years. After retirement, I served for 2 more years as a corporate chaplain, and after 2 years of doing that, my wife had been begging me to join her in real estate. And so I finally went ahead and got my license, and a little over a year ago, I joined her in the quest for fame and fortune. But no, I love the real estate, and we're doing so well.
Yes, you are. I see you guys all over Facebook doing videos in our community, and I'm really excited to get to sit down and have a cup of coffee with you today. But first things first.
Okay.
I have to know, where is your favorite place to get a good cup of coffee?
I believe my favorite that I have found in town is Rocket City Coffee. It's over off of Waltriana, near Capshaw, there in Madison.
Okay, what do you get to drink there?
I usually get a cup of coffee. Wow, imagine that.
Well, very good. Well, I know that you and your wife are a team at Revolved Realty, and I would love to hear a little bit from you about being on a team and the benefits of a potential buyer or seller working with a team and how that works in your business.
Okay, well, we actually have a little motto on our business cards that actually comes from scripture, where it says 2 are better than 1.
I love that.
And it goes on, the scripture says 2 are better than 1 because you can accomplish more.
That's right.
And everything. So we use that as our philosophy, that we work together. There's just about every transaction that we work on, we are working together, but at the same time realizing that we both have different personalities, and so we may meet the need of our client. I may meet the need better than Lynn, or Lynn vice versa, meets their need because of our personality. We just kind of click a little bit better with folks, and we have found that somebody asked Lynn one day, how in the world can you work with your husband every day? And she goes, if you like somebody, you can work with them.
That's
and so
true.
I think she likes me.
Yeah, I think she likes you too. And
Yeah.
I know I like y'all. I love getting to see y'all out and about and doing videos of homes that are on the market. I think it's really important in today's age to be really present across social media, and you guys are doing a fantastic job at doing that. So tell me, are you seeing a lot of buyers who are not here in person to buy, like maybe they're buying sight unseen, or they're using technology like your iPhone and you're doing video walkthroughs? Are you guys seeing a lot of that in today's market?
We are. We actually have an investor that we're working with from California, and we are constantly going to various properties. We're doing photo shots, we're doing videos, and then sending them back to that person for them to view. And so many of the things that they're buying are sight unseen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured that we were still sort of seeing that trend in our real estate market here in North Alabama. So do you think there are advantages then to being able to showcase homes that way for those buyers? Like they have somewhat of an edge because you can go through and show them the homes without them having to be present?
I see both. It's both positive and negative.
Okay.
Being part of it is the fact that the positive is they can see the home, but at the same time, they're having to also trust our judgment.
That's right.
And so there has to be that trust between the agent and the client. And so this person that we're working with, we are slowly building trust. And he actually made the comment to me the other day. He said, you and I think alike.
Okay.
So that made me feel like, okay, we're connecting. And so if I give him some insight into a property, he trusts my judgment.
I think that's a good point right now for people to remember how important it is to have a professional that you trust to work with. And realtors in our community here in North Alabama, like we have the best. I have been in the industry 18 plus years and gotten to work with just about every realtor out there. And I really do think that we have the very best here, and being able to have that relationship established with your client makes your job a little bit easier too, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Well, it is. I think I was telling you before we started our filming today is that I did a video yesterday, and within 30 minutes, I had people responding, "Hey, I'm going to refer you to a friend of mine." So social media is the bomb now.
It is,
Yeah.
and you have to be there. You have to have content. You have to do things to put yourself out there to help with your brand and to share your message. And you guys do a really good job at that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
So if I was in the market to buy or sell right now in North Alabama, is there any advice that you would give me?
Oh, well, selling, I think the biggest thing that I've kind of shared with a lot of our viewers, and that is that if you're going to put your house on the market, it's very important to have good curb appeal.
Okay.
You've got to keep your yard clean, straight, debris free. If you can put shrubs out to kind of dress up the front, maybe even dress up the doors. You'd be surprised how many times you go to a front door and that front door looks terrible.
That would be me. Just go ahead and say it. We know it's me.
Okay.
I need to pressure wash and do all of those things. I know it.
Yeah, when I was creeping on you
Yes.
the other day, I saw your door. No, we do see doors just a fresh coat of paint is very important. Also fixing up, if you have scuff marks on the walls in the house, just a little bit of touch-up paint, and it can go a long ways in making your house more appealing. For a buyer, number one, you've got to be pre-approved.
Very important.
Yes. It doesn't matter who you go to. Now, I know Sarah would want you to go to Loan Depot.
Yes.
But, it doesn't matter who you go to, but go to a good, reputable lender that will help you, maybe even, help you in making your credit better if you have low credit. But getting that pre-approval before you start looking, because we have run into so many of our clients. They'll call us up and we might take them to one home without a pre-approval, and they'll fall in love with that one home, and we got to have this, but now they got to spend several days trying to get pre-approved. Well, guess what? Someone's already snatched up that home in this market because. So I tell them, you've got to be prepared to make an offer as soon as you like a home. Yeah.
Well, I think it's important too to go through those first steps of getting pre-approved so that you know just how much house you can buy. Especially with the pace of our market right now, you can't delay those things. You need to know that going in really before you even start looking.
Yep.
You need to know those things.
You do.
So,
well, and it's also one of the things that if you do have some credit issues, it may it's better to find out ahead of time.
Agreed.
Than to get into the process and all of a sudden everything stops. It's better to find it up front, and it may mean that you need to work on your credit for 6 months.
Right.
To get some things paid off, maybe get some things adjusted on your credit so that you have a better credit rating. Because nowadays, because we're in such a competitive market, lenders are being choosy as well.
That's right.
Of who they select.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've given us a lot of really good information today, which I'm not surprised because I know that you are full of good information. So I have a kind of a deep dive question for you that's not real estate related.
Okay.
Do you have a hidden talent?
Wow. You sprung that one on me.
I sure did.
Yeah, you did. A hidden talent. Well, I think I'm finding now that maybe my camera presence, my ability, because I was very uncomfortable in front of the camera for a long time, even though I had no problem standing in front of crowds of 1,000 or more to talk, but to be in front of that camera and know that it's catching every blemish, every southern slang that I may come up with, it's catching those things. But I've got to say this, and I'm going to throw a plug in there for my broker.
Okay, go ahead.
Tim Knox taught me Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Don't try to be perfect, because a client doesn't want a perfect person. They want someone who is genuine.
That's right.
Someone who they know makes mistakes and maybe fall flat on your face. They know, you know what, he's believable, he's trustworthy. And so I've tried to take that to heart, and I think it's helped me a whole lot in my ability to do videos.
I think that's good. I think that's really good. And that comes across when you do your videos. I see that. So I'm proud of you,
Thank you.
for making the leap and getting in front of the camera, and watch your business grow because of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so one other random question.
Oh, no.
If you could jump on a plane right now and go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Well, I would like to go back to London.
Okay.
Lynn and I went to London a couple of years ago. We fell in love with the city. There's a lot we didn't get to see. A lot of the countryside we didn't get to see. So it is my dream that within the next year or so, now that England has lifted all their mandates,
Yeah.
is to try to fly back to London and just go see the city and the countryside again.
Well, I hope that happens for you and Lynn. I really do.
Well,
So,
can I borrow some money
Yeah.
from you?
I'd have to have a couple more clear to closes in order to make that happen.
Okay.
But the Clear to Close team wishes you well. We hope all your listings sell, and may you have many toasts when you hear the words Clear to Close. I want you to look in the camera and tell people how they can reach you.
Okay. So if you need to reach out to Team Foster, you can reach us in several ways. One, you can contact me at 256-656-6441. You can also contact my wife, Lynn, at 256-783-4284. You could also message us through texting at those same numbers, or you can email us at teamfoster@revived.com.
Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me today and having a cup of coffee.
Thank you, dear.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.